Okay, welcome back. We are back on build 42 stable, but today we're going to be trying the 28 minutes later challenge. This is a new one. They've got two new ones actually. They've got 28 minutes later and top of the world. I've already done top of the world before it was actually added to the game officially, so this is something that I've already tried. So we're going to jump into 28 minutes later. I am anticipating that this won't be a very long video slash VOD. So I will warn you in advance that I think this is going to be very, very difficult indeed. And we may die repeatedly. With that in mind, I think I'm going to go towards a very strong character. So we're going to go custom occupation, I think. And we're going to build towards fitness and strength to try and make things just a little bit easier. I want to focus on fighting. So weak stomach, prone to illness. We can go with... Honestly, I feel like I'm basically going to be taking everything that isn't important to combat. I'm not sure I want to go with illiterate, but we could go with slow learner. Even that would affect XP gains, though. Right. We'll go with... not taking smoker. That's going to be a death sentence. We're going to go with high thirst. We're going to go with slow reader. I'm going to take strong and athletic. Then we need at least 2 more points. Good evening, Duck. Can I just check that all dogs are immune to the virus? Yes. I think. If we're talking Zomboid, yes. Does Lucy still have more hours than Zomboid? Yes. I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, what up, Krona? How's it going? ROP to your character 5 minutes from now? Yep. The discount for server hosting was... 1 second. It was 35% off with ping players. I can give you the link to the actual video, and it's in the description. So all the details you need are in the description of that video. Here you go, Chuck. What up, B-Foul? How's it going? Right. Short-sighted, maybe? Weapon sight's less effective. Not sure I want that either. Restless sleeper, slow learner. I might go with hearty appetite and... Can I go with... I like the idea of better carving skill, but is it really going to do much for me? Honestly feel like I just want like a bit of a boost to a weapon skill. But I think Brawler is the first one where that kicks in. We could do baseball player for long blunt. Long blunt encompasses a lot of weapons. I'm going to do dexterous for the ability to pick things up quickly. And we are going to save this as, just in case, 28 minutes later. Okay. Is the wilderness map getting worked on, or is it playable already? I'm pretty sure it's playable already, man. I could be wrong, but it was already updated to the unstable version, and I don't think it needed changing. So, like when it came to stable. Right. Okay, here we go. 28 minutes later. Let's dive in. Don't die, or we're gonna die lots. What's the goal in this run? Survive more than 5 minutes. But I will be happy if we survive 2 minutes. Honestly. I have no idea what to expect with like the difficulty on this, because the thing with the challenges is it doesn't tell you anything about like zombie numbers, zombie behavior, anything like that. So I don't know what to expect yet, other than the zombies are all sprinters. So let's find out, I guess. I am immediately crouching. I am removing the curtains. I am forming a sheet bag. The one zombie outside so far. Okay. We have the map available, the mini map, if we want it. I need a weapon, firstly. Rubbing alcohol. I mean, there's good items. Let's take these. You never know when you'll need them. Rubber hose. Bandage. Sure. Sure. We'll take some of these basic supplies. We want tweezers. Scalpel. Scalpel could work as a weapon if I needed it to. I can hear stuff moving around. I almost feel like I want to get outside first. Then I can use like the window. Or the fence. Can we take a rock from here? No. Okay. Hoping to pick up a stone. Let me in. Okay, they've got pretty good sight. Good to know. That's not a great start, honestly. Okay. Okay, so seem like pretty weak zombies, unless we just got lucky. They seem like fairly weak zombies. We have a car key as well. Oh god. Somebody just screamed. I'm gonna draw zombies over. Okay, we've got a few outside. I'm more interested in where this car is now, to be honest. I think I'd like to keep using this window. That's my thinking anyway. Just lure in the odd one here and there. Uh-oh. Yeah, that could have been sketchy. Another car key. Okay, everything's fine, chat. Everybody calm down. And get another one's attention. Yeah, definitely weak zombies. Which is good. We like that. I can work with that a little bit. So right now I'm just trying to use a bit of my surroundings to my advantage. Don't see any that way. I think I can probably start looting this building now. Like, really, I should probably clear out a couple more of them, but... We're going to close this curtain. I don't really... Okay, there's a couple of them out there. It's another scalpel that I can use as a weapon. What is that? Club hammer. Okay, so handle condition is poor. Hand scythe, that'll do. Alcohol wipes. Okay, so we have a weapon. It's something. Not great. Sharpness isn't great on it. But right now, anything is better than nothing. We'll take a red pen to mark some stuff down. Take a green one as well. Nothing in the briefcase of value. Oh, damn. What have we got in here? Okay, a whole lot of junk. Good. Right. Okay. Do I want to search the second build? I feel like I should. Do I feel like it's going to be worth it? Probably not. But I should probably do it just because you never know what we'll find. And in theory, there should be very few zombies. So let's just, you know, let's have a look. You know what I'm waiting for is my luck with house alarms to kick in. Because my luck with house alarms, generally speaking, is absolutely terrible. And this challenge is the worst time for a house alarm to go off. So I'm just sort of waiting until it happens. Can probably use that as a second weapon. Not great, but again, it's something. There's plenty of food. That's not a problem, look. Got plenty of food available to us. to the point where I think if we were to run this again, I'm not sure if I picked this skill on this run or not. Yeah, we did. We took Hearty Appetite. So I think that was a fine choice in this instance, because there seems to be a lot of loot. Which makes sense, because this is supposedly very soon after the outbreak, right? That's the idea. There might be one inside, which is kind of terrifying. But all the uncooked pizza. We're gonna cook this. We're also gonna take the ice cream. A whole ass pizza. You know what I kind of feel like would be a risky but not terrible idea with this challenge, chat? Would be to purposely set off a very noisy event somewhere that you're not too worried about, or like somewhere that you don't mind gathering up a lot of zombies so that you can loot some other areas. I feel like setting, like, you know, like setting a house fire in a building, or, you know, setting off an alarm or something like that may not be the worst idea. It's just a matter of getting out in one piece that's the difficult part. Like, if you could draw all the zombies in, yeah, I don't know, would be interesting. How would you, the legendary duck, ever trigger a house alarm? Yes, I wonder how. I wonder how. Whoa. 104, look at that. Just eat a quarter of a whole pizza. Put the rest in our bag for later. I'm almost convinced that there's a zombie in here somewhere. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, we're gonna skedaddle away from that. That's fine. Ooh, that might be the car that we have a key for. Maybe. Gotta just take it very slowly. See if I can attract just one of these two sprinters. They're both looking the other way. Come on. Come on. See me. Here we go. Okay. Key for the food market. There's definitely a lot more keys around. I'm wondering if that's by design too, because of the setting, or whether we've just gotten lucky so far. Okay. Right. Gotta have a key for this, surely. Okay. Now, I'm not going to start the engine. We're out of fuel anyway. You folded 3/4 of a pizza like a shut book into that pouch, and that notion makes me very uncomfortable. Probably make you even more uncomfortable if I told you how much pizza I can eat in one sitting, honestly. But we don't need to talk about that. Okay. So we have a gas can here. Several gas cans. All empty. All empty still. Surely there's got to be one of them that's in good condition, right? Surely. Like, there's got to be at least one. Pizza is just posh for cheese on toast. How? Right, look, I not that I usually judge people's, like, financial situation, but, like, how broke do you have to be to consider pizza posh? Like, in what world is a pizza posh people food? Just imagine you, like, sitting in your, like, in your trailer judging people for eating pizza while you're sat smothering tomato puree and cheese on a bit of bread, you know, eating that bitch raw because you can't afford the electricity bill. Really, like, grab like another couple bottles of water and we can throw them in the dash. In a world where people only have money for cheese on toast. I'm honestly, I'm almost certain that I could buy an oven pizza from my local supermarket for cheaper than I could buy a loaf of bread and a bag of cheese. You know? I know, like, you obviously get more servings with a loaf of bread, but, like, if we're just basing it on price, I mean, on, like, financial funds available. Okay, I need to check these side rooms. I can't believe all they have is empty gas cans. Surely there's something in the back, right? Do they keep the good stuff? Surely there's something. Nope. It's all food. Which will be great if I can find a gas can with fuel. Depends where you're getting your pizza from. I love how we've started like a whole debate in chat about pizza and what places are considered like good pizza and bad pizza. We have a local one like fairly close by to us that does like some insane meal deals like for the value. Like obviously I think we all know that Domino's meal deals are crap, but it puts them to shame. You can get like 2 large pizzas, a big bag of chips, and like that's more than enough for like 4 servings, and like a pot of coleslaw and a liter bottle of drink or whatever for like 20, I think it's like £22. Crazy. Crazy. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop pretty much all the food that I don't need in here. The thought behind this is that I can leave it in the car, can find some fuel, hopefully, get this thing fueled up after, right? And then we're gonna go live in the middle of nowhere, somewhere we can survive this challenge. Have a rubber hose, have a gas can. Go get some fuel, baby. I'm guessing that these places probably won't have cars. But these places might have cars. So I think we're gonna start there. Gonna go make a jam sandwich. All this talk of food is making me hungry. Oh, we had Chinese food last night. It was great. Ordered enough to have leftovers for lunch today, as you do. The unwritten rule. Okay, I see at least 2 there. More than 2. Okay. Come on now. Come to the fence. Waiting for him to notice. Really, this challenge is just like a test of how well can you use your terrain, I feel. What the heck was that? What was that pathing? What was that pathing? I feel like that was cheating. It shouldn't be that clever. Okay, there's one in the garden here. 2. Second one still hasn't spotted me. Sleep tight. Okay, go in here. Figure out if there is some fuel around here somewhere. Wood axe. Ooh. Hammer. We like that. Oh my god, dude. The loot settings on this challenge are off the charts, man. crowbar. Let's go. Okay. Well, I mean, crowbar is going to be what I use. The hunter magazine for trapping, that's always nice. How long is it going to matter? That's the question, really. Ooh. A proper flashlight here. Excellent. Welder mask, screwdriver. I'll take the screwdriver. Easy to carry. Welder mask is, like, would be great to take away, but it's, yeah, it's... I feel like it's key right now. Are you only playing this challenge today? I don't know, to be honest. Just see how it goes. No house alarms? So I'm sure there are house alarms. In fact, the like the challenge's little sort of gif is of someone setting off a car alarm and drawing zombies to them. So I'm sure there is alarms. We just, you know, haven't set one off yet, but it's not going to take very long, knowing my luck. Another crowbar. First aid kit military. Ooh, this is interesting. Some hiking boots. Got a hatchet here. Big win. Let's take that. We're going to drop the ratchet wrench and the scalpel. We're going to take a P38 can opener over the current one. Improvised poncho. I don't think we need that. Small knife. Okay. Do the sprinters in this have enhanced strength? I don't know, like, what their settings are. I mean, like, they're weak to damage. That much I know. Like, they die quickly. But I don't know about their actual strength itself. Oh, there are chickens over there. I think this is a herb garden, right? Yeah. Basil and parsley. Okay. Kind of want to get in here and see if there are any backpacks lying around in the wardrobes upstairs. The loot seems pretty high. Might be a basement as well, that door. Let's see. I can't wait for, like, the first sort of, like, scene that we find in a room. And there's just 3 zombies all piled into a single room. There's so much loot. Also, it's caffeine pills. There goes the home invasion. Good, good, good. Not found a backpack yet, but we'll get there. More crowbars. Oh, it's just another. Okay. Hello, Mr. Duck. How did you find War Dogs? Good. Yeah, I had a good time with it. Definitely be, I'll definitely be getting it. Whether I make any content on it is up for debate. Not really my usual audience type of thing, but then again, sometimes it's just nice to make content about a game you enjoy. So who knows? Who knows? Anything could happen. So a bit, do they connect if you go back far enough? What? Sorry. Connect if you go back far enough. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Old ducks and chickens. Oh, God knows. I have no idea. Too noisy, or we're about to find out. Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. Crowd Streams, thank you very much for the subscription, sir. Very much appreciated. You're doing well. What is the challenge? 28 minutes later, it's basically all the zombies are sprinters, but I don't know much more about it other than that right now. Loot settings seem to be pretty high. I think it's meant to sort of emulate the like a very early stage of the outbreak. Yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure at this moment in time. I feel like there's probably more to it. I just don't know what that is yet. Some people, one person in chat was saying that they have enhanced strength, but I'm not sure if that's true. They do have, like, they're very weak to damage. Come on, man. Give me the gas can. Or at least another vehicle. Siphon some fuel from. So many VHS tapes. I feel like here we go. I feel like the loot is crazy on this. Do get why. From a realism standpoint. Ooh. Here we go. Let's swap our green and red pen for that set of crayons. Ooh, firecrackers. Okay. That could be useful. Could be very dangerous, but could be useful. Anything that makes noise, I think we could definitely have a use for. with sprinters, honestly. M9 pistol with a gun light and tritium sights. Go ahead and grab that as well. Do. Okay, that's about everything in here. Really, all we're on the lookout for is some fuel. Then we can spend the night like here. This is like a pretty good place to hunker down for a little bit. Yeah, we're just looking for a vehicle and some fuel right now. Get rid of this zombie. Any of the zombies around here, maybe. There we go. Oh, they have a loud TV on in there. Could turn that bad boy off. Here a zombie. Stop that. Hunting rifle with a few rounds. Not really something I want to take at this time, though. To focus on getting out of the house now that I can hear that zombie. I think the worst thing about sprinters is not necessarily the fact that they run when you're outside in an area where you can actually see them coming. It's when you're inside a building and they get the jump on you. They move so much quicker than normal, meaning you've got to have like lightning fast reactions to avoid getting bitten. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. Give me a gas can. What the population settings like? I don't know. That's the thing, because it doesn't tell you when you select a challenge. Like, you can't edit the settings or anything for them. They're just, you know, they come as is. So I don't know what the population settings are. Three, we'll take that. That's a spare. Ugh. Don't like that. Why is there no light switch up here? Okay, I don't think there's a basement for this one. I kind of want to check out whatever this building is next door. This is clean water, right? Yeah. Oh, it's like a little summer house. Got a basement. L92 carbine. Ooh, metal baseball bat. Keep the crowbar as a spare and take the metal baseball bat to start. What up, Mosley? How's it going, man? Uh, the beer cellar. Okay. I mean, more than anything right now, like we say, we need to find gas. We have a little bit of time left to play with in the day. The population around here seems pretty low as well. The population where we spawned was decent, but I don't know whether there was maybe a sound event that has drawn them away. Because around our spawn building, there were a good handful. They might have been pulled away by something. Another empty one. The gas do be low. Waiting for the moment that I set off a house alarm still. And all hell breaks loose. I feel like that's going to be this challenge. It just in a nutshell is going to be like everything's chill, everything's calm. And then an alarm goes off and everything goes to shit in seconds. You know? I just feel like that is going to be how this challenge goes. It's going to be high octane moments surrounded by not much going on. And things could fall apart at any moment. Duck, you're jinxing it? Listen, I don't believe in jinxes about house alarms anymore. I just believe that if there is one, I'm going to set it off. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when, you know? The big frickin' house, dude. Damn, doing well for themselves. Okay, we can use this for our medical supplies. That won't fit in there. And the bandages we can put in our direct inventory. Very good. Hoping for a better backpack, but even this one's pretty good, to be honest. Jar lids. More crowbars. I think that was like the 6th crowbar I've found so far. Ooh. Knox Owners Club's Guide to Guns. That might come in handy. Especially on a mode like this. We're not going to just fire off the gun anywhere, but I mean, if we've got to do it, we want to make sure we've got some good firearms skill. No, I'm good, thank you, love. Okay. You enjoy your coffee. Wouldn't mind a like maybe a bottle of sparkling water or something? Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm getting brought hydration. Dude, it's so quiet compared to where we spawned. I'm convinced something is going on right now, man. Like, all the zombies have been pulled somewhere. See, there's one over there. Something ain't right, and I don't like it. Nothing there. Nothing here. Dude. No luck on finding a gas can. Thank you. Not even really looking at the rest of the house now. I just want to know if there's gas cans in these buildings. And then we're moving on. These houses look cool though since the changes. I love how every building is different. Or just like a uniform look. A gas can, didn't you see two of them like a couple of houses ago? Yeah, but they're empty. We have a gas can, we just need some gas. So it's vehicles or full gas can. I think we could probably like look around here for like more actual vehicles, potentially. It's a for sale house, so that'll be empty. Why don't you try to find a gas station? Well, because it's 9:30 p.m. in the evening right now. We don't have much fuel to get us there. And the zombies are sprinters, so I kind of want to stay close to the vehicle itself to see if we can search some garages and just find like a little bit of gas or a vehicle with a little bit of gas that we can use just to get me moving, so then I can find a gas station. We only need a little bit. Well, I found one. Zombie followed me for a minute. There's already zombies going in there. This one I can deal with. So there's one over there. Seen at least 2 go in that gate now. 3. David, thank you very much for the prime. I appreciate it. Thank you. Right, so we've now got, was that like 4 zombies over there? 5. One in the garden. And then there's probably some up against like this fence here. Right, so that area is now a bit of a no-no. I can see some just right at the edge of my screen as well, sort of towards that car park area. That'll spell a bit of a spanner in the works. Okay. I mean, it's nighttime, so we can think about bedding down for the night. Somewhere like this. And we've got the gate at the back here that we might be able to use to escape. Let's check that's unlocked. Okay, so if we need it, I can escape through the gate in the back. Just eating my whole pizza. We've got a broken window at the back of this house. That's also worth keeping in mind. So it may not be the safest. One second, chat. Hey, babe, are you eating soon? Well, just, you know, if you're eating soon, then maybe you'd want to eat first. But yeah, Hi, Frank. Frank's come to say hello, chat. I think he's hungry. Oh, you want to say hi to Frank, chat? Hang on. Grab my camera. You gonna tell chat how hungry you are, Frank? Yeah, are you a good boy? Arrgh. See your ball? Can I have it? Can I have it? Don't pull it. I want it. Is it mine? Dad's ball, right? Yeah. No, it's yours. I know. I know. No. No. Oh, look at him. Look at how cute he is. You're such a good boy, Frank. Yeah, you're such a good boy. Look at this handsome boy. These big ears. Blub, blub, blub. Blub, 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 blub. Is that it now? Are you done? Yeah. Okay. You gonna say bye? Hmm? Doesn't want to say bye, chat. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Oh, he's just been asked if he's hungry. All hell is breaking loose as we speak. Still alive. Yep, still alive. Sorry to break it to you, Gus. We did set out the house alarm, but we got out of there quick enough. Right, night one. Was that an alarm clock? I don't like that. Why was there an alarm clock? The heck was that thing? It's a good job we cleared this area. While my character's eating pizza, I'm gonna crack open my drink in real life. Okay. Excellent. Okay, we got a little bit of time to work with here. I think before we do anything, we will go ahead and watch a tape. And just read a little bit of a book. Alrighty. You can read while listening and get XP. Well, so reading a book in Project Zomboid doesn't gain you XP. It gives you a multiplier in the skill that you're reading the book for. So I'm reading a carpentry book right now. By the time I finish reading it, it will give me I think it's a 2 times or a 3 times bonus for XP. Whereas watching the show gives you XP directly. So I can do both at once. I can sit and watch this VHS tape, gain XP for aiming while reading a book that's giving me a multiplier for a different skill. We did take slow reader. I am now kind of regretting that after seeing that this challenge isn't like crazy difficult like I expected it to be. I was expecting this to be a real like... I mean, it is obviously difficult. Things can go wrong at any moment, but it's not like there's not like a bunch of sprinters everywhere all over the place like I was expecting. Famous last words, yeah, probably. Otherwise, like, I maybe wouldn't have gone with that. I was thinking like build a character, strength, fitness only sort of thing, like try and build them towards like combat. Some shifting in zombies over during the night though. My problem is I kind of want to go up this way. And that's going to be a little bit difficult, I think. We'll try it though. Let's head up that way. Oh. Well, yeah. We got some sprinters. Alright. Let's play this smart if we can. Rather than going the direct route, we're going to cut round. Can I hear any zombies? Don't hear any zombies. No, I could either go through that way and try to sneak by these sprinters, or I could risk the fence jump. And I think I'm going to risk the fence jump in this case. Okay. Oh yeah, they're all active over there now. That alarm has drawn a lot of zombies this way. Okay. We can probably try and... Oh my god, look at them. I feel like we can try and take this couple here. Oh, damn it. There we go. She was just thinking it over for a second, you know? Taking her time with it. I get it. I've been there. Haven't had a morning coffee yet. Hello, do you have a mod list public or settings? No, because we're running a vanilla playthrough right now. And I'm not using any mods at the moment in general across my playthroughs because we've just had a big, like a major update for the game. So, my suggestion would be not to run mods at the time being. I'm not the, oh god, okay, there's a big group there. Lots of zombies. I'm not the best person to speak to if you're looking for, like, you know, a huge mod pack. Because I've always been a Zomboid player that runs things fairly vanilla at the best of times. Like, we'll do, like, a vanilla plus setup sometimes, but most of the time I'm going to run vanilla, and especially after, like, huge updates, it's just not worth doing, because you're going to get, like, lots of little patches that make mods incompatible and then ruins your playthrough, and it's not worth doing yet. What settings are you using for the sprinters? We're in a challenge right now. It's the preset 28 minutes later challenge. You can just select it. When you're choosing your sandbox difficulty, just select challenges instead. But you can set sprinters now. I think in the zombie options. You could always do sprinters, but now you can do like a chance of sprinters, which is nice. I find that's actually like a really interesting way to spice up Project Zomboid just in general, is not to have like full sprinters, because then you do kind of need to lower the zombie population to make it fun, but instead to have a small chance of sprinters. Just one every so often really makes things interesting. If you have like 3% or something. Extinction has innate sprinters, right? Yeah, Extinction's a really good one. Extinction does just that. Like, most of the zombies are normal, but then every so often there's one that's a runner. Actually working pretty well right now. Just drawing in the ones that are coming over to the commotion around the house alarm, clearing them out. Just whittling away at their numbers. Thank you, Chrono. Appreciate it. If there's 2 or 3 sprinters, you basically just got to cut your losses and run. Yeah, I mean, it really just depends on how good you are at using your environment. It really tests your... I find that sprinters really tests your quick thinking ability, you know? Thinking under pressure. Because if there's like 3 sprinters, yeah, most of the time, 3 sprinters is a no-go. But, you know, you might be able to, I don't know, like run through a house and get like one of them hooked on a window or a door, and then like draw 1 or 2 of them over a fence. Oh god. And then, you know, that might be enough. There's at least 2 there. I think there's 3. So I'm going to back up and just make sure that I'm not going to get myself killed. And that's why I'm bad at sprinters. Quick thinking ability. Okay, so this is 2. 2 we can maybe deal with. They're running basically at the same speed, which is kind of frustrating. Oh, fuck. Yeah, screwed that up. Back over the fence. Yeah, using fences is one of those things that, like, if you can learn how to perfect it, it's great in sprinter playthroughs. Oh, really? We're gonna scream now. The sprinter audio is actually terrifying. Oh yeah, it really is. I did a short on that actually, not too long ago. The audio behind them is like, I forget that, like, you know, a lot of you guys won't have seen that yet, because it's the audio was a thing in Unstable for a long time, but has only, obviously, that's only recently come to the stable branch. Oh god. That's the car that I found. We don't have any fuel for it. Yeah, what up, Wilhelm? How's it going, buddy? Great challenge, but I wish you could hear like zombie growling, reverb, and such, like being able to use audio way more reliably to navigate, because you're basically stuck pulling every zombie. Yeah, decent bit of feedback. I like that. Like have them do like a little bit more like idle sound making. I really want to see a mod that properly tackles like not The Last of Us, I Am Legend. Like, I know there's always like, there's always, whenever I mention like the I Am Legend, like sprinter zombies that hibernate at night, like there's always those people that come out and are like, well, actually it's based on this book and whatever else, and like, this is what you're wrong about this, and it's not actually like the true story or whatever, and that's cool. But in this sense, I just want zombies that sprint and hibernate at night. Zombies that seek shelter during the day, or hibernate during the day, sorry, I should say, not hibernate at night. Zombies that seek shelter during the day, hibernate, their senses are massively dulled, but also I'd like to see, like, you know, custom animations for those zombies and a little bit of like noise that they make when they're hibernating, and just really bring up the creepy factor, you know? What's the movie that does that with the dog and the guy? I Am Legend. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this might not be good. A lot of zombies around me in varying directions right now. I don't know, like there was a mod, and I think it's been remade now, called Fear the Sun, which was like a pretty good mod, but it always had bugs. Like the zombies were supposed to seek shelter during the day, and most of them did, but there was enough of them that just seemingly didn't work, that it kind of ruined the atmosphere. But what was really cool about that mod was when they did seek shelter and go inside, they would sort of like stop responding to the player unless they were either attacked or the player like got really close to them and made a noise and, you know, that sort of thing, or attacked another one nearby. So you could fully like loot a house while there were zombies in it that were just hibernating, you know? I thought that was really cool. But if you woke one up, it was like all hell broke loose. I just think that was like a really cool setup, and it's one of those things that I would maybe like to see in this sort of challenge, rather than the way they've got it set right now at 28 minutes later, because I will be honest, the 28 minutes later challenge is cool, but I think zombies being sprinters is something that the PZ community has had a lot of time to try already. Does that make sense? Like, people have been playing with zombie sprinters for a very long time. So if that's what this challenge is, I would prefer to see something with a little bit more, like with something new, right? Something different, something that like a mod might have done already. And I think that hibernating zombies and whatever would be like a really good way to make this challenge stand out a little bit more. Maybe, obviously, maybe give it a different name, but zombies only being active in daytime could be fun. Well, and you know what is interesting about that? Like, nighttime darkness can be determined by the sandbox settings too. So you could do like, oh, it's night. They come out at night, but nights are extra dark, right? It's a really cool atmosphere when you walk through the streets on Zomboid in the day, knowing that there are zombies hibernating in buildings, but there's just nothing on the streets. It's a really interesting feeling, and you might just think like, oh, well, that's just going to make looting those super easy because there's no zombies around or whatever. And you would think that for a moment, but it doesn't, because those zombies are all inside. They're all in the buildings you want to loot. You know? And then if you want to go out at nighttime, you know, looting is suddenly a little bit easier, but traveling is very difficult. Honestly, I prefer the other way around, where they are active daytime and not at night. Most avoid nights anyways. If they move inside and are active in the building, that's a good point. Yeah, no, that's the thing. They seek shelter in the day, so they'll climb into buildings and then they go into hibernation. And if you get too close to them or you make a noise, then they wake up, and the other zombies in their nearby area are also woken up. Was how that mod used to work. It also made things incredibly terrifying for safe houses, because you needed to do a bit of defensive building. Because, you know, something you don't really think about in this instance, well, okay, all these zombies are seeking shelter, right? Well, what happens when your safe house is the closest building? They're going to try and get in. So you had to have like a really good sleep schedule, because if you woke up late, you could end up with a zombie getting into your house. But if you set a good time, you could wake up before the zombies seek shelter. You're ready to defend your safe house. Barricades all of a sudden have a purpose. There's a reason to building walls and fences. I don't know. It was. I think it would be a very good challenge mode for them to visit over the 28 minutes later challenge. You know, I'm still trying this challenge out, so there might be some things that I haven't bumped into yet that still surprise us. But if it's just, oh, there are sprinters, I feel like that's, I don't know. We've had a long time to try that for ourselves by now. You know? How are things going on Seed, Bobby? Is our society flourishing? I hope you liked what I did with the shared housing project on Seed. I know you kind of had your plans with that. In the end, I went with 3 buildings instead of that were slightly larger instead of 4 smaller ones. Wait, I think I hear a zombie. I mean, it sounds like the zombie eating sound almost. They might be chewing on a corpse out there somewhere. Thank you all very much for the follows and the support today as well, chat. I do appreciate it. You're having a good one. We just want to take a moment to mention as well, just while we're watching our character and what have you, we do have a multiplayer server that is active right now. If you are interested, whitelisted via our Patreon. It is available for £3 a month. We're a new player-friendly server. We're very PvE focused, so you don't have to worry about people like griefing you or anything like that. We do events, we do themed wipes, especially when mods come into play. Like, we're going to be doing some crazy, like, mod setups and stuff as we get down the line. Yeah, definitely check out the Patreon if you're interested. Can recommend. They're the very good little community we have on the Patreon server. They're a great group. Good. I'm setting up the auction bot. Testing with CD, nice. Okay, good. Really like how they look. That's like I said, those drafts I sent was me throwing paint to test what I liked. It was very interesting designs. I like seeing your house designs kind of made me realize that mine were a little bit basic for like Bagel Muse and stuff, and I didn't do a lot of like the interior room separation. Which I really liked how you did that. We've been playing a lot of a game called Seed recently, chat. You might if you're a follower of the VOD channel already, where we post all these streams, exclamation mark VODs in the chat. We already posted a couple of VODs of the game Seed that we've been playing, like a massive sort of like online society simulator where you play with like a bunch of other players. I think we have like over 50 players in our society now, all from like our community. It's crazy. Yeah, you start off with like a little expeditionary force and it's very survival mode, and then it turns into like you basically progress to like a full-blown like city metropolis. Very cool little game. Watched the Seed video today. Oh yeah, no, we put that on the main channel as well, didn't we? Yeah, I had a sponsored video with them just the other day. You on this door? Door. Yeah, it's a great little game, honestly. And what what really annoyed me a little bit about that video, not huge amount, but most of the comments were really positive. But there was one comment that really annoyed me, which was like somebody saying that, you know, oh, why don't you mention how it's like pay to win and like you have to pay to unlock these characters and whatever after your first one because only the first one is free. And it's just like straight up wrong. Like the first character you get is free and you can buy extra characters, but you also earn them very easily in game. I mean, I'm sure Lucy won't mind me saying that, like, she hasn't played like a huge bunch. She likes to just check in on her seedling and how she's doing. And she's unlocked like a second character already, just like within a few hours. I feel like it's I don't know. There's a lot of like misinformation about the game, or people like looking for something to dislike because it's like a sponsored video, I guess. I don't know. Terribly addictive. It is, yeah. It is. I've earned 2 characters without having to pay anything. I mean, I think I've got like 4 or 5 like available to me. I'm just only using 2 right now because I'm conscious that if I bring in like more seedlings, it's going to be way too much to manage. But also like because I've been doing a lot of like society management and all of that, I don't actually have a plot for my seedling to live on. It's he's got like this huge farm and but he's living out of a tent. He doesn't have a house. So I've got to get like a proper building. Got to get like a proper building residence before I add more seedlings, I think. My second one is living at the campsite, which is like a little homeless camp we've built in the society. So I think I'm gonna try and buy one of the developed housing like plots that we've put together on that game. We've been working on some like developed housing, so I'm gonna try and bid for one of those when the auction goes live. The Bagel Muse plots. Supreme leader, dictator of the society, sleeps in a tent on his farm. Yep. Truly a man of the people, putting their needs before his own. Our glorious supreme leader. Let it be known that we were Seed's first dictatorship, chat. Okay. Yeah, if you're interested in checking it out, we actually have, I think we still have the command in chat, so I'll pop it in. And we did a video on this on the main channel as well, so it's a good game. It's a good game. I will say that, you know, if you're not a huge fan of AI, there is some AI used with the characters. Like how they respond in conversations and stuff. It's like uses AI to generate responses. So if that's not your thing, that's more than fair. They do have quite a good sort of like ethical use statement on their website as well, if you're sort of interested in reading up on a bit more before you get into it. You want to make sure that that AI doesn't cross any boundaries for you personally. What is the 28 minutes later challenge? Sprinters, basically. All zombies are sprinters. Trying it for the first time today. I will again. I feel like I've already mentioned this, so I won't harp on it too much. I do wish that maybe there was a bit more to it than just the zombies being sprinters, but that appears to be the main sort of thing about this challenge. Is it's sprinting zombies. You crazy Gov, 100% sprinters? Yeah. But there's less of them as well. Like, yeah, you know, there are still zombies, but there are definitely less of them. We were talking about earlier how like I'd really like for it to be like an I Am Legend kind of setup instead, with hibernating zombies and stuff like that. Couple of mods that do that. Ooh, cool church building. Look at that. We got some cars. Go back. Zombies here. We could find a gas can in here maybe in Clark's storage. Could make for a good base as well. Fenced in. Tall fences all the way around. Except for this entrance that we could build up or barricade off. Have you played much of Extinction? Yes, we actually have a let me just check before I give you the wrong info. Yes. So we have a 7-day like how to survive Extinction series on the main channel on YouTube. Where I kind of like talk through like, you know, what's your best steps to try and survive the mode or at least get going in the mode itself. And all of the streams we did as well are available on the VOD channel, the second channel. We played quite a bit of Extinction during Unstable. Yo, Chronicled Jake, thank you very much for the raid, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you, mate. Welcome in, everybody. Trying out the 28 minutes later challenge at the moment, which is essentially sprinter zombies. 100% sprinters. It's got gas. Nobody panic. Okay, everybody panic. We have gas. We can now decide on a safe house. I kind of want to go back and get the stuff from that one vehicle, but I'm aware that driving over there is probably going to create a lot of attention. But we'll swing by it. We'll swing by it and see. Swing by it and see. Nice. I've been really enjoying it and kind of blew a fresh breath of life into the game for me. Extinction mode, yeah, very much so. That's exactly how I talked about it as well. Was it felt like for PZ veterans, Extinction was like a new lease of life for the game. Really, really good stuff. Okay, so I'm bringing up the online map right now, chat, so that we can have a look at a safe house together. So we are... Where are we? We're in Muldraw, I think, because we had Cortman Medical. Here we are. This is where we're at right now. Right here. So I'm thinking that we want somewhere that's not in the middle of town, right? It's sprinters. There's sprinters everywhere. We want somewhere that's not in the middle of town. Kind of like the look of this farm, but if I know anything about farm buildings, there's probably going to be a lot of zombies. Could make for a good safe house. But, yeah, I don't know. It could be a little bit risky. We could maybe... I used to really like going in this little cabin on the lumber mill here as well, because you could do like a lot of like building in this area, but it's not going to have a lot of amenities for us if we need them. Oh, there's a new one. There's a new trailer by the lumberyard. Interesting. Interesting. What is this building as well? I don't think we can do... No, we can't look inside the building, so I can't see what's in these structures. But the new lumberyard might have a couple of buildings. There's McCoy Estate as well, but that's... The problem with McCoy Estate is it makes... 1 second. Grove Sleeper, thank you very much for the sub. The gift sub. rather. Thank you. Appreciate that, mate. Much appreciated. What map be this? The online map? Yeah. The online one. Hey, I appreciate it, Jake. I hope I hope you have a good stream. What up, Estes? How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, the McCoy Estate, really good, but the problem with it is it's very much off the beaten path, and it takes it's a pain to drive to and from. Really, really good base location, but my god, is it a pain in the ass. We could use this space. We could use the radio station. Fenced in, not too far away from everything. Could also use the Smoky Saloon. Got more farms over here. What do we think, chat? Anything we're leaning towards for a safe house? Give me your thoughts. So far we've had the little farm, which might have a lot of zombies. We've had the lumberyard, the radio station, McCoy Estate, or Smoky Saloon. That's what I was thinking of so far. I'm gonna check out the lumberyard farms. I like the radio station. Okay, so a pretty fair split of everything. March Ridge Bunker. Okay, so I like your thinking, but March Ridge on this particular like setting is going to be a death sentence. There are always a lot of zombies in March Ridge, and considering they are all sprinters, I don't even think we make it to the bunker. Yeah, this is a sprinter like challenge. 28 minutes later, it's the new challenge. Yeah, this is a dirt trail to that farm from Smokies. Yeah. This farm's got a good one. Got like a couple of wells and stuff in it. It's quite a good one. All right, let's check out the lumberyard just because like I haven't seen some of these new buildings. Let's do that. Right, we might as well give it a look, and it's not too far away. I do want to check out the storage site in case there might be some gas before we move on. Is using guns a death sentence with sprinters? No. I mean, obviously you've got to be really careful about it, but if you've got the right weapons and the right skill to use them, no. It's not necessarily a death sentence. You've just got to be extra careful. Right. So I'll tell you what we can do as well. Yes. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Check these cars for more gas. You can fill up. This one's got a lot too. Guns and sprinters, have a quick exit plan and make sure you don't run out of ammo. Yeah, basically. Guns are more viable now, right? I remember seeing one of your vids for the B-42 Professionals from a while ago that said they were kind of trash. Yeah, they're a lot better now because it's sort of it's not a chance to hit anymore. It's more that as long as your crosshair is on them, you're gonna hit them. It's just you might not do a lot of damage, which is great because it means that you're gaining XP towards your firearm skill, like a lot quicker than we saw previously. And I love that it takes into account the placement of the crosshair now. You can actually get like full headshots. Like where your cursor is placed actually matters now, which is great. Updated professions video would be awesome. You mean like the occupations tier list? I think we're probably gonna do like traits first. I've already selected like where I want the positive traits to be. So I think we're gonna do a video on positive traits. And then maybe do one on negative traits. Oh my god. Oh! Is multi-hit on in this challenge? No shot, right? No shot multi-hits on. Well, now I need to know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Everything's fine. Nobody panic, chat. Stop panicking. My man. Ooh. Have fun. Thank you very much for the sub, dude. Glad you've been enjoying the stream. What's up, Foxish? Hey, yo. Okay. This is a lot of stuff. This is going to take a moment to go through. Take a gardening trowel. We'll take a whetstone. Whetstone. We'll take probably another crowbar. We can take like some extra crowbars now that we have a vehicle. Carpentry 1 we have, mechanics 1, welding 1, maintenance, generator mag, huge. Huge. More crowbars. Crazy the amount of stuff in here. Sleeping bags, fishing rods. Probably want to take a wrench away from here as well. For the vehicle. The vehicle. The vehicle. Our battery charger is good. Okay. Any new favorite locations with all the map updates? I think Riverside, just Riverside as a whole is like my favorite. I love the I really like how some of the houses actually back onto the river. The houses backing directly onto the river is really cool. A lot of really cool safe houses there as well. Ash, thank you for the 36 months, mate. Hope you're doing well, sir. That's a lot of months. It is. 3 years. Right. Here we go. We're on the road. Again. Sorry. Okay. So we need to go north, I think, and basically look for the first left turn. So we can head for the lumberyard. Okay, this will do. I believe it's at right. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I remember these roads being a bit of a pain because sometimes there'll just be like a rogue rock near the edge of them. Oh, yeah, that's too many zombies, I think. Let's have a drive through. But I feel like this is going to be too many zombies for us to consider this as a potential safe house already. Lag. Okay. That looks cool. I like that. That looks like it would be a neat little base. Too many Zeds. Drive under here. What's under here? Okay, little warehouse sort of structure. Cool. I haven't actually been here since the map update. Yo, it's got a furnace in it and everything. Oh, damn. Place is massive. You want the rabbits to be Monty Python rabbits? Oh, God. Okay, so before we go anywhere else, I need to work out where we're going next. Maybe we just go for Smokey's Saloon. I feel like Smokey's Saloon is, like, close enough. Do the radio tower if that doesn't work out. I tell you what, this game mode is going to be very bad for my vehicle's health. It's a lot harder to dodge sprinting zombies while you're driving. Especially considering they just seem to throw themselves into your vehicle. Like moths to a flame. Yeah. There is. That's Smokey's. Ooh, police car. Now that's interesting because police cars have sirens, and we could actually use that against the sprinters in some cases. Don't get up. Don't get up, ma'am. Here we go. Police car and a diner, iconic. Actually, it's a saloon and restaurant. It says right there on the on their sign. Oh my god, he has a megaphone. That would be so much fun right now, but I don't want to. We have a key. It has a key. And it's got fuel. Yes. Excellent. Nothing in the back seat. Okay. Cops left the keys in the car. I know. Someone's getting fired there, aren't they? Yeah. Somebody's getting fired. That's disciplinary action at the very least, isn't it? Demoted to beat cop. I don't really understand, like, what that means, other than, you know, a lot of the cop shows bring that up as like a punishment, you know? Like patrolling the streets is like some kind of shit job. Almost like that's exactly what they sign up for. Pike cop demotion. Imagine accidentally locking yourself in the back of a cruiser during a zombie apocalypse. Wasn't that like the that was the start of the Walking Dead's Telltale game, right? Was you know, Lee gets arrested and he's in the back of a police car when it all kicks off. And then like the police car crashes and he's still wearing the handcuffs. When like, you know, when there's a zombie. He has to like break out of the car and he's still wearing the handcuffs and everything. Really, really good start to a zombie game. Spoilers. This game's been out for like years. If you haven't played it by this point, I'm allowed to spoil it. I think we're a little bit past the threshold on this one. There's been like 2 other Telltale Walking Dead games since then. And several other Telltale games. Don't spoil Morrowind or Big Mad. Return, how much has our duck died? I've not died once, actually. Have you all seen The Passion? The Passion yet? Spoilers about Jesus incoming. He dies. I've never heard of The Passion of Christ, no. I'm so young. Okay, thanks. For context, Charles, that's my partner who was sat in the office with me, so she just gave me like a really judgmental look that I didn't know The Passion of Christ Sorry, I'm not a devout Christian. Unlike you. No, just, Jeez, did you just say Jesus is your homeboy? That's probably blasphemous on some level or another. I hear that was all a scam anyway. People saw him walking around days later. It's okay if you feel guilty about it, Duck. Guilt assuages all sins. It's the Catholic way. Stop it. Stop it. We can't make jokes about this because every time we do, there's an overzealous Christian in my comments section on YouTube, and they get really offended, and they ask me if and then there's like several other people that ask me like if I believe in God and if I'm a Christian and whatever, as if it makes any difference to whether they watch my content or not. Like if I think like if I don't believe in God, all of a sudden that makes me like unwatchable, which is hilarious to be honest. But I can see the comments now. Yeah, believe me, it's happened more than once in the past. There was in the skyscraper video, I remember we found we found a Bible, and there were a lot of Bibles in all of the hotel rooms. So me being an uneducated like British person, I was, oh my god, Jesus, that's a huge catfish. Anyway, me being an uneducated British person was like, why are there so many, you know, Bibles in these hotel rooms? And somebody explained to me that there were a lot of Bibles in American hotels for a very long time, and it did used to happen in the UK a very, very long time ago. The amount of people that were pressing me to answer if I was a Christian or not, and like judging me for my answer, was so hilarious. Man, let me tell you, I'm not a Christian, but if I was ever looking at being one, they put me off, right? Okay? That is one sure way to make sure I will never be one, is the amount of people that were so judgmental about that. The internet is a wild place, man. It really is. People can form opinions of you in seconds without ever having met you before. They put those Bibles there so you have something to roll your joints with on the road. Stop it. I can't. Stop making me laugh at these things. I mean, there's so many upset people. Yo, what up, Beef? How's it going, buddy? We are surviving so far. Thriving is debatable. I'm sure that for every religion there are nutcases, although I've never met a militant Buddhist. I mean, no, that's a fair point. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? With any interest, with it, like, it's not just religion, any interest, any community, anything, there are, like, the fanatics. Oh my god, Duck, I had guys who put Bibles in hotels come to my school, and we had a bloody assembly about it. Ooh. I'd actually see. I'm the sort of nerd that would actually be interested in learning about like why and how that like first started happening. I think I was told way back when we did that video, but I've forgotten since then. Just because like I'm interested to know the background, you know. We also had tractor safety assembly come to my school. Exploring the lore. Yes, the lore of Christianity. That's the good way to put it. Yes. Do I want to be a Christian? No, but I am interested by the lore. Just talking about this like it's a video game or A warhammer or something. We really need to drop these, actually. Take up so much weight. Gideon's, it's always Gideon's. Yes, that's right. It was Gideon's that did the whole Bibles and hotel thing. Oh, well, there's a couple more in there too. Multi-hit is on. This isn't a challenge. You can't put multi-hit on. No, in all fairness, it's what. Oh, this is a military crew. Hang on, this might be handy. In all fairness, you know, you play PC how you want to play it. That's the beauty of the game. But I do think it sort of invalidates calling it a challenge if you're going to have things like multi-hit and all that noise. So many zombies in there. We could die here. I could be about to make myself look really fucking stupid. It's going to be some really good gear if I make it out of here alive. With higher pop, multi-hit is almost required with 100% sprinters. Agreed, though. This challenge pop is too low. Yeah, I think the population is too low for that. Like, I think with this amount, like, either turn the sprinters off. Sorry, turn multi-hit off. Or raise the population count, right? Ooh. I know, again, we've been talking about it a lot today, but I'd just like to see a bit more than this just be sprinters, you know? Doesn't feel like a particularly innovative challenge because we've had sprinters available to us for a very long time. Y'all, where could I find bats? Closets in houses, sports stores. I believe there is actually a baseball bat factory somewhere on the map. I can't remember if that was Louisville. Schools, yeah. Honestly, like the most common place you're gonna find them though is in like people's houses because they're a very common like self-defense weapon. What is a gator? What is a gator? Left shin. Oh, it's like shin protection. Okay. Gel bandolier. You see this? What does this look? Oh, neat. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, we're upgraded now. A butterfly knife for a quick weapon. Quick weapons are very important for sprinters. They can be a real help if you've got like something that just stabs really quickly, just to keep them back. Got a military backpack. Huge loots confirmed. Let's transfer this over. And then we'll wear this. Excellent. Thank you for the follows, guys. Very much appreciated. I know I can't really call everybody's name, but thank you very much for tuning in and your support today. Nice seeing how many people have come back to the game with Build 42 stable and how that's affected the Twitch numbers and stuff. It's been really good. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I think so far my verdict of this challenge is it needs to be more challenging. When you've got things like the top of the world challenge, which are like really tough, and then even things like extinction mode, which I think are much more difficult than this, the CDDA challenge as well, like this one I think is not challenging enough. It seems like less of a challenge and more just of a mode. Yes, that's how I see this one as well. I agree, Grand McLarge Huge. I think we need adjustments to this one. This is why I mentioned the I Am Legend setup. But that's how we learn, right? This sort of feedback is how, you know, we've tried it. I can probably take that to the devs at some point. I don't know if any of them are going to Gamescom yet or not. So far, I haven't heard that they are, but if I get the chance to talk to some of them at Gamescom, this would be a really good thing to talk about. I'm taking note that you agreed with me. I knew this would happen someday. Now, if only I knew what to do with the rest of this life. Grand, were you born sarcastic, or did you learn that along the way? Like, I have to ask. What I want to know is, did your parents have to put up with you like this? You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. Was I? Shut up. God, I hate you. Right, let's check this zombie as well. This on ooh, hunting camo. I feel like we wear this. Yeah. Who's with the look? Who's with the look? Okay, elbow pads. We've already got those. Another military backpack. More firecrackers. A gold butter knife? I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Is that just me? I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. Maybe I just haven't taken note that I've ever seen one. But a gold butter knife seems, I don't know, pretty rare. I don't know if I've ever clocked one of those before. You don't think you've seen one either? Other people saying they haven't seen one? Is that like a new, do we think that's like a new, one of those like junk secret items that you often only find through like foraging or special events and stuff? I found a gold spoon and crafted a gold fork. Oh, so you can like craft them. You seen new junk items since 42.2? Probably that. Yeah. Go up to the roof, have a little bit of a look around, see what we've got. We see out onto the road. There's only like 1 or 2 left. That's what I mean. I just don't feel like the population is like high enough for a challenge mode. What's up, Salamar? How's it doing? Salamar, how are you doing, sir? Welcome. Yeah, we stream quite a lot. We have the main YouTube channel. Then we have our Twitch where we stream different games all the time. A lot of variety here. And then we also have a second YouTube channel where all of these streams go up on that channel. So exclamation mark VODs in the chat. You can watch back like all of the streams that you've missed. If you ever want to see like long play versions of some of like the edited down videos that we put on the main channel as well. We play a lot of games here. We play a lot of games. Ooh, garden fork. You guys know I love a garden fork. Best weapon in Project Zomboid. In my opinion. In my humble opinion. I'm visualizing all these comments today, man. I'm like starting fights left, right, and center with these comments. YouTube comments are going to be up in arms about that one as well. He plays a lot of games here, and some he even plays well. Once in a blue moon. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think, chat, that's probably where I'm going to call it for this challenge, I think. My verdict is, just to summarize what we've been talking about through the stream today, the verdict is this doesn't really feel like a challenge, more an optional game mode. Not necessarily a bad thing, but maybe needs to be a bit more difficult. I would love to see this changed into some sort of like I Am Legend-esque sort of thing where zombies hibernate during the day, go into buildings. It makes looting a lot more difficult. And then they're all active at night, makes sleep schedules super important. Barricading your safe houses and stuff like that is also super important because they try to seek shelter in your safe house when daytime rolls around. This one just feels like a little bit too easy, especially with multi-hit and the low population. When there are game modes like Extinction and the challenges like the Top of the World challenge, like those are difficult. This feels more like an optional game mode. And also we've had access to sprinters for a very long time, so I feel like this isn't anything new or innovative. Maybe needs to go back to the drawing board on this one and see if there's anything they can do with it to sort of change it around and make it more interesting. So that's going to be it from me in this one. Those of you watching this on the VOD channel, thank you very much for doing so. Just a reminder, there is a link in the description to the Twitch channel where you can come and watch these streams live. Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.